Happy Sunday! It's almost Christmas time. I don't know about y'all, but I am super excited for Christmas, and it's really hard for me to sit by the tree with presents and not shake them and try to maybe unwrap them a little bit and see what's in there. So I get a little excited and want to know. I hate secrets and I hate surprises, so I just can't help myself. When it's Christmas time, I want to know what's in these boxes. I hope y'all are having a fabulous Sunday night. Tonight we're talking about how to set fitness goals that are bulletproof. Now I know that's a crazy thing to be talking about because most people, the thing that we have on our minds right now are getting those final gifts. If you're like me, I still have gifts that I have to get, and so I'll be one of those people out there battling the masses trying to get my last minute Christmas gifts. How do we set goals? So my big thing right now is, I know, like I said, people are out shopping, so I'm just so excited that y'all are here tonight. Let's talk about, first of all, what are fitness goals, or just goals in general, and why they're important. First of all, a goal, whether it's fitness or not, a goal is just something that we aim for. So if we don't have an aim, or we don't know where we're shooting, or we don't know what we're going for, then it's really hard to achieve it. And so if we have fitness goals, the whole point of the goal is to have something to aim for. If we don't, we're just flailing around. We don't really know where we're going, what we're aiming for if we don't have a goal. So goals are important. One of my favorite movies is Pretty Woman, and I don't know how many of y'all have seen that, but I'm sure some of y'all have. I love Julia Roberts, and one of my favorite lines that goes along with this tonight is when Kit tells Vivian in Pretty Woman that you've got to have goals. She tells her, you can't turn tricks forever. You got to have a goal. Do you have a goal? So that's my question tonight. Do you have a goal? And if you do, what is it? So post in the comments your goal, and also post one of your favorite Christmas presents ever. All right, so how do we set bulletproof goals? The perfect purpose of goal setting is to have some kind of progression. So once we have a goal, we can actually start progressing toward that goal. But how do we set bulletproof goals? Goals that are fail-proof, that we can absolutely accomplish. As a fitness coach, I'm going to share with y'all 5 common goals that I hear from clients or prospective clients when they come into me and they're wanting my help. So 5 areas or 5 categories of the typical goals that I hear from folks. Number 1, of course, I'm sure this is not a shocker. People have a certain weight loss number that they want to get to. They want to lose blank number of pounds. That is one of the common goals that I hear. Another common goal is some kind of mobility achievement. Now this one is less common. I actually wish it was a little bit more common because mobility is so important, and I'm moving around while I'm sitting here trying to just keep myself from getting stove up. So mobility is important. So one of the things that people come to me for is they want to maybe increase their mobility, whether they're just a regular person, maybe they're an aging person, maybe they're an athlete, and they want to improve their mobility in some sort. So that's a very common goal that I hear. All right, the third category of goal that I hear from people when they come to me is some kind of event achievement. They want to get ready for a wedding. Maybe they themselves are getting married. Or maybe it's a mother of the bride and she wants to look her best for the wedding. Or maybe it's a high school reunion. Or maybe it's an event. I've even had this one. An event where the new wife was going to an event where the ex-wife was going to be. And she wanted to look her best, obviously. Maybe some other type of Christmas party we want to look good for. Any type of event goal. That's a common thing that I get, common goal that people have when they come to me. The fourth one is relationship achievement. Maybe someone's wanting to find someone. Maybe they're newly single and they are ready to mingle. And so they come to me with a goal of getting in shape so that they can achieve some kind of new relationship status. That is pretty common. I get that when folks are, when they're younger, and then also folks that maybe are in their college years, or maybe they are single, newly single later in life. And so that is their goal. So that's number 4. And then the 5th common goal that people come to me with is what I call the body part fix. So they want to fix, like, I want to fix this, I want to get rid of this, or I want to get rid of this. So it's like that one body part that they want to fix. And so they come to me, and that is the goal that they have. So those are some common goals. I've got five ways to set bulletproof fitness goals. And if you do this, you're good. You're golden. Good to go. The number one way to bulletproof your fitness goals is to start where you are. This is something that I see folks, that I wish more folks would do, because most of us, let's be honest, we want to go from 0 to 60. We want to jump, we want to be over there, even regardless of where we're starting. We just know where we want to finish, and sometimes it's way over there from where we're starting from. And so starting where you are is a huge way to bulletproof your goals. If you're a beginner, your goals should be beginner goals. And oftentimes I see beginners coming to me, but they don't have beginner goals. They have the goals of an elite athlete. Well, if you're an elite athlete, congratulations. You need to have elite athlete goals. But if you're a beginner, you need to have beginner goals. So those bite size, really starting, looking, being honest at where you're starting from, where's your fitness level, and then setting a goal that is appropriate for you and where you're at. What's appropriate for me may not be appropriate for you, and what's appropriate for her may not be appropriate for her and him, and so on. Because we're all different. That's one of the great things about all of us, is you're all beautiful and unique people, and so your goals should not look like my or her goals. Be you, not her or him. All right? Can we get some thumbs up for that? Be yourself and start where you are. All right, so that's the number one. Number two is set one goal at a time. I am amazed by how many goals people can set at one time that they want to accomplish. For me, personally, I really like to focus on setting one goal at a time. And I get it. I know we are in a hurry and we want to get from point A to B and that other point A and that other point A. We want to do it all. But that can be really overwhelming, and that can be a huge not bulletproof strategy if we have all of these goals. We're trying to change our eating, and we're trying to change our workouts, and we're trying to change our sleep patterns, and we're trying to change our get up in the morning pattern, and so on and so on and so on. And we're trying to tackle all these things at one time. Hey, I get it, and you know, I mean, that's a very noble cause to want to do all of those things. It's just not going to be a bulletproof strategy. So bulletproof strategy is to just set one goal at a time. When I was a fitness competitor, this really is when I really learned this, because I had to start with just one thing. I couldn't go from, okay, I'm going to do a fitness competition. I had to really break it into small bites and pick one thing to work on at a time. The first thing for me that I had to work on was I had to actually start increasing my cardio exercise, my cardiovascular exercise. So that was the first thing. And then once I started tackling that, then I started adding more consistent weight training, and I increased my intensity of my weight training workout. So I started doing it more often, more consistently, and increasing the intensity, but only after I started on the cardio layer. So it was like layers. I had to get one thing under control before I could add another layer. And then after that, only after that point, did I really start making food changes. And I was making food changes even though I didn't know what I was doing with my food yet. But just making the change of making changes to my food was a step, and that was part of that process. I had to get to that step before I could go to the next step of learning more about how to change my food even more. And I also had the joy of struggling with Crohn's disease during that time period in my life, and getting diagnosed with it and feeling like everything that I ate was toxic to my body. So that was loads of fun. So it was definitely that was a constant setback for me during that time period. And this is something that we don't want to hear when we're thinking about goal setting, and we don't want to hear this, but it's so true. So you know, it may make you rethink wanting to even set a goal when I tell you this. But I want to be honest with y'all, so I'm going to tell you the good, bad, and the ugly. Accomplishing goals always comes with struggles and defeats. So I'm going to say that again. Accomplishing goals always comes with struggles and defeats. It's not like zipping from here to here. It's more like this. And there's falling down and getting up, and falling down and getting up, and falling down and getting up. So the lie that we tell ourselves this is a big lie that we tell ourselves that, or we have in our mindset that it should be easy and others have it easy. It's just easy for them to do. That they're the lucky ones. The goals, or accomplishing goals, is easy, and it should be easy. There's nothing that could be further from the truth. Sorry to burst all our bubbles tonight, but I'm going to say that quote again, and that's an Alli quote. So when we're working on goals, accomplishing goals always comes with struggles and defeats. Once you know that, and you can kind of wrap your mind around that, then when you meet those struggles and those defeats and those hiccups along the way, it makes it, at least you know that it's coming. So at least you're not shocked by it, and you can figure out some strategies around it. All right, so we need to stop that big lie that we're telling ourselves about it being easy. And then the third strategy that we can do to bulletproof our fitness goals is to give it a time frame. So I like the 1 month time frame personally, and it really does depend on your goal. But for me, I like the 1 month. I can work on something for 1 month. It's a short amount of time. I feel like it's doable, 28, 30, 31 days in a month. So I feel like I can do that. Whatever the goal is, I can work on it for that long, and then I can move on. For me, I like the monthly goals. It gives me that deadline. And if I don't get the goal accomplished, then I can just reset the next month. I can decide, okay, I want to move on to a new goal for this new month, or maybe I want to revisit the goal that I just did because maybe I didn't accomplish it, so maybe I'm just going to redo this same goal for the next month. Or I can just, I can always come back to it. I may say, I'm going to move on this month, but then in a month or two, I may decide to revisit and come back to that goal and see if I can do it again. Give myself a second go at it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the awesome thing to do is don't give up on our goals. We don't quit on our goals. If you think about it, there are 12 months in a year. And just think if we all worked on one new goal every month, or one new accomplishment every single month. Just think of all the things that we could accomplish and how we would be constantly progressing, because that's the whole point of a goal is progression. So we do want to set goals. We don't want to get discouraged by goals. We want to set goals and we want to progress. So if you do, one every month, that's 12 a year. That's a lot. And some of those you're going to accomplish, and some of them you may have to revisit, and that's okay. Just think of how much movement you're going to make in that year. One of my other personal goals that I have is I've got a little on my bathroom. I've got the days each day of the month, and I mark it out each day that I do cardio. And so I have a minimum goal of how many minutes I want to get every day. And it helps me. It's not perfect, and I may redo this. I'm probably going to keep redoing this goal because it's working well for me. So I haven't done every day, but I've done most days, and I've done a lot more than if I don't do the thing on the mirror when I'm marking out the days that I get in a workout session. So that's a goal. So even a goal you might set 1 month, you may decide to keep that thing going because it's helping you progress and get to where you want to go. So number 4. The number 4 bulletproof strategy to make sure you get those fitness goals going is to go for progress, not perfection. And as a self-professed perfectionist, I'm going to tell you this one has been a struggle for me personally. And I also see it as a struggle for so many women. I don't know what it is, that if we're just all perfectionists, or if it's just when it comes to our health and fitness that we are perfectionists, and we feel like that it's not good enough if we don't get 100%. We just can't be happy with 80%. We can't be happy with 30%. We can't be happy with 95%. It's like all or none for us. And that is so rigid. We're so rigid in our goal setting, and we beat ourselves up so badly when we don't reach a goal 100% in a certain amount of time. And then we just feel really bad and feel it lowers our confidence. It makes us feel pretty crummy about ourselves. It's not a bulletproof strategy at all to reaching our goals. We don't give ourselves, I see often this with the clients or prospective clients or just people in general that don't give themselves credit for what they did accomplish. I know for me, and I'll go back to my fitness competition days because this was such a big learning time for me. For me, when I first competed, the first goal for me was just to get on stage and do it. It wasn't to win. If that had been my goal and I had not won, what a shame if I'd have really beat myself up about that and felt like I hadn't accomplished anything. Because I can tell you, for me, I was shy and scared. And for me to just get up there and walk across the stage in a swimsuit in front of people, a bunch of people, that was a huge accomplishment, regardless of how I placed. And so, we go for this. Make sure when you're setting goals that you're going for progress and not perfection, and you're giving yourself credit. If you accomplish that goal, if you move 10%, that is progress, and you want to pat yourself on the back and give yourself credit for progress, not just perfection. All right, and then the number 5 one is having a plan B, or being open to a plan B. And this is a mindset thing, embracing that adjusting the goal is not giving up or quitting. I have ladies that tell me, well, I've tried to get in shape before and I just quit. Or I'm worried about trying again because I'm worried that I'm just going to quit. And again, they may have gone a month, and so they did something before. Maybe things happened, life happened, and they got off track. But they don't give themselves credit for going that 1 month. All they can think about is I quit. So we have to give ourselves credit for what we do, and we have to embrace that adjusting our goal is not giving up. And one of the reasons I think that so many folks do end up, maybe they start a fitness program and they stop, is because if they do get off track, instead of picking themselves up and dusting themselves off and readjusting and saying, hey, I had a rough month, let me get back on track. Instead, what we do is we beat ourselves up for, well, I've already missed a month. I fell off the wagon. I quit. I didn't do it. I didn't accomplish it. And we start the beating ourselves up, and then we just never get back at it because we don't adjust. We don't embrace that adjusting is not giving up. Adjusting is the opposite of giving up. That's what it's all about. That's what we got to do constantly, over and over again. Maybe when you set that goal, it was an unrealistic goal, so it needs to be adjusted. Maybe you were setting an elite athlete goal for a beginner fitness person, and maybe that goal totally needs to be reworked and readjusted because it just was not realistic for you in the beginning. And maybe you needed to learn more about what you're doing. Sometimes I may think that I want to accomplish something, and then I start working on it, and I realize, okay, maybe I need more skills before I can even think about getting to this next level. Maybe I need to back things up and go over here and learn this. And then once I've got that tool or gotten that knowledge, then I can go back and work on that goal. So maybe you needed to learn more. Maybe it was unrealistic. Either way, changing our mindset that we're open to plan B or adjusting that goal, and we're not giving up by doing that, and we're not quitters by doing that. We're actually winners by doing that. If you really want to take, and that's the 5, y'all. That's it. That's the 5. This is a quote that I want to share with y'all and leave you with it. It says, and this is from Nelson Mandela, I never lose. I either win or I learn. Good one, right? I never lose. I either win or I learn. So it's not just, oh, I quit, I'm a loser. What did we learn, and how can we reset? And how can we use that as a stepping stone to get us to the next level so that we grow and we get better and we just keep progressing higher and higher in our health and our fitness and our wellness. And I've got one last little wish that I want to leave y'all with, and this is my wish for you. I mean, I wish y'all lots of Christmas stuff, and I hope that Santa's really good to you. But beyond that, my wish is I'm wishing you lots of great wins and learns, and that you never quit. All right? Love to you all. All right, love to you all, and that's my wish. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.